What's up, everybody? Greg here with another episode of the Vintage Dad Life. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about an old but new hobby that I just kickstarted again after years of being totally out of it, and that's baseball and football card collecting. So when I was a kid in the 80s, loved my baseball cards, my football cards, of collecting them. It was much different back then. Back then, they didn't have the grading system they have now. So now you have to actually ship your cards out to a professional grading company and get your cards professionally graded on a scale of 1 to 10. And that is pretty much makes up the whole value of the card. I mean, you can have a Hall of Fame player, great card, but the difference of the quality of the card, I mean, it makes the difference of thousands of dollars. So the grade, I never realized how much the grading now is that important. And I'm learning a lot getting back into this. I'm learning about, what makes it a good grade. Of course, in the beginning, the first few sets of cards I sent out to get graded, I thought were great cards. They look great, but they came back pretty harsh, a lower grade than I expected. So now I'm really learning more about the industry, what to look for with grading and so forth. So the reason why I'm back into cards and collecting cards is not so much just to collect, but I'm also doing a little side hustle and making a few bucks on the side with it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm buying cards, mainly raw, meaning ungraded, and really being meticulous about the quality of the card. And then I'm sending it out for grading, hoping to get a decent grade. And over the last few months, I've been, watching all kinds of YouTube channels on it, studying, watching, other dealers, what they do, what they look out for. And I've created a system for myself. I'm still fine tuning it. So I'll keep you posted on how that's going. But I'm really coming down with a system for what I'm buying. I'm only buying certain types of cards, sending them out to get graded, and then I'm relisting them for sale. So that's my overall big strategy. And then like here and there, I'm going to keep some cards for myself to collect for me and my son. The other reason I'm doing this too, as a fun side hustle, is number one, I mean, you can make a good side income doing this if you really know what you're doing. Number two, it involves sports, which I love sports. And then number three, I want to teach my son very basics about business, about finance. And I feel like this is a great teaching tool that me and him can do together for fun, is paying attention to different players and, buying and selling sports cards together, because he's going to really have to learn while we're doing it together about finances of it, the financials. There's, looking at your profit margins and, really treating it like a true business. So those are some timeless lessons that I want to teach my son. And what better way to do it than with baseball and football cards? All right. So in this video, besides telling you what I've been up to, I got some fun things to show you too. All right. So I am buying and selling both vintage cards, which are, typically cards like early, well, I don't consider the 80s vintage. Well, I do, but true vintage baseball cards are like, pre-80s, like 70s, 60s, 50s, even 40s. But 80s is considered vintage as well. So I'm collecting different cards, vintage cards. And then I'm also, keeping track of, modern sports cards too, and dabbling a little bit into that. There's a completely different strategy when you're dealing with those separate categories, especially when it comes to the grading. So let me just show you what I got right now. I have a bunch of stuff out that's being graded right now. And I even have some things that are being auctioned off right now that have been graded, which didn't come out as great as I wanted it to, but it was my first test run. So here we have a 1984 Dan Marino rookie card. This is going out to be graded probably this week. Hoping for a good grade on that. Again, the higher the grade, the better you do. Here's Larry Bird. This is his, it's kind of his rookie card. It's not truly his rookie card. His true rookie card, back then with Topps basketball, had like 3 players on one card. This is Larry Bird's first single card on just him. We got LT, rookie, 1982. We got Steve Young, 1986 rookie card. These are really hard to grade, these 1986 football cards, just because of the like the green and the colors. It's really hard to get the corners and the edges crisp on this. And then also like the centering. A lot of these cards are off center, meaning like if you see the green trim on each side, it has to be like almost identical. And a lot of the times it's not. This is very close. Might be off a little bit, but it's pretty close. We have Bo Jackson's football rookie card. We got Jim McMahon rookie card. Now, some of these are like my cards from when I was a kid that I went through all my cards as a kid to see which ones are gradable, which ones aren't. Most of them were great cards, but not gradable. But I did have a few that I'm sending out. This is one of them. All the other cards that I showed you so far, I actually purchased because I was able to really look at like the centering, the corners, the edges, all that stuff. Here's in my personal collection, Randy White, Hall of Famer, 86. Just have a Walter Payton in action card from 87. We got Ricky Henderson, rookie, 1980. Looks pretty good. Hoping for a decent grade. The last Ricky Henderson I sent in, I got a 7.5 out of 10, which is decent, but I was hoping for at least an 8. We got this Michael Jordan kind of like promo card. Let's see how that goes. Anything Michael Jordan is great. Here's a true Larry Bird rookie card. That's what I was telling you about with 3 players on one. Same thing, just him with 3 other players. The big money one has Larry Bird, Julius Erving, and Magic Johnson all on one card. That's a big money card if it's in good shape. Here's a big one, Jerry Rice, 86 rookie. This is hard to grade. If you get a high grade, you're lucky. But if you do get like a 9 or a 10, it's a score. All right. So then we're moving into some more modern players. We got Garrett Wilson on the Jets. Go Jets. This is a National Treasures. This is a new like brand. It has his signature. It's got some paraphernalia, like a football and then piece of his jersey. These National Treasures go for big money. Definitely, especially depending on the player. More quarterbacks go for big money. Let's see. We got Breece Hall, running back for the Jets. And then I picked up Von Akane from the Dolphins, Jamar Gibbs, running back for Detroit, another Jamar Gibbs. So got some moderns that we're sending out. And then I have some more older vintage stuff. We got Gary Carter's rookie card. Love Gary, big Gary Carter fan growing up. Johnny Bench rookie. We got Earl Campbell, 78 is his rookie. We got an older Tom Seaver, and then a 79 Mike Schmidt. And then to tap it off, we also have some non-sports cards that we'll be sending out. Some Star Wars Series 1. They're in okay shape, decent shape. This is the first, the big card 1. Really hard to get. I mean, if you get a 9 or a 10, it's big money, but this won't be a 9 or a 10. Love Harrison Ford and Han Solo. And then I also started collecting some of these old 1977 Superman cards, original Superman cards. So hoping to get some good grades on these too. There's Clark Kent. My son's name is Clark, Superman. So yeah, here's the Superman 1. So if I could get like a 9 or 10, I looked at the population report. There's no 10s. There's like maybe just a couple of 9s out there. So we'll see. All right. And to finish off this video, what I'm going to do is something fun here with you. And what I have is I want to bid on eBay for this. It's one of those like rack packs that they used to sell in the supermarket. So this is a 1982 rack pack, still sealed. So I started like kind of bidding on some of these things just to see if I pull out any good cards and that they're still crispy in good shape. So why don't we take a peek at what we got here? So I'm just going to cut this open. Obviously, I want to be careful. So Even these cards in the 80s, they start to get a little delicate. So I thought, like, off the bat, I saw on the cover we had Tim Raines, which is Hall of Famer. I believe his rookie card is 1981. This is 82. So decent card. Corners and edges are good. Centering's pretty good. So we'll put that off to the side and check out the comps for that. Let's see, we got Gorman Thomas. Don't know who that is. I'm gonna face them so you could just see them because I haven't seen these. Darnell Evans. All right. What do we got? Billy Sample, Gary Allen. I'll just go through them if I see anything worthwhile. All right. We got Reggie Jackson, All-Star. Nice looking card. Put that off to the side. Dave Smith. We got Andre Dawson, All-Star card. Nice card. My boy Keith Hernandez. So this is pretty cool. And they're really like sharp cards too, since they've been in the package. That's what I like about it. And I like the rack packs because you get more in a rack pack than you would if you just bought like the single pack. I think there's like 15 cards. You get like 38 cards in this. And it's doesn't cost that much more. Let's see. Anybody else? Be nice to pull a Cal Ripken rookie. Dale Murphy, Hall of Famer. Keep that one. Okay. All right. So that pack's done. That's mostly commons. Let's keep it moving. Let's see what we got in this part of it. Cards facing each other. So let me just turn them around. Again, I'm trying to be careful with these corners and stuff because this cardboard's old. All right. Dennis Worth from the Yankees. Don't know you. Enrique Romo. All right. Pete Rose highlight. That's cool. Nice sharp card. Again, because these cards were packaged, I mean, they might be worth a little something if you get them graded, and it's worth it. What do we got here? Vita Blue and some other guy. Fred Stanley, Pete Falcone, Ron Davis. Might be some Ron Davis fans out there. Benny Ayala, Jim Essian, Jack O'Connor. Come on, Cal Ripken, Michael Berry, Ken Kravitz, Bobby Mercer from the Yankees. All right. All right. That's it for that pack. All right. Last part of this package, and we'll call it a day. Okay. See if you can see it. All right. John Wackman. All right. Dave Concepcion. Not bad. I have a bunch of Dave Concepcion cards. Don't get much worth out of him, though. I don't know who that guy is. Don't know him. Roberto Ramos. Pat Putman. Mickey Rivers. I actually have this card in my personal collection. Oh, yeah. My boy. Gary Carter, baby. Love me some Gary Carter. Rick Monday. I have a bunch of Rick Mondays in my collection. I don't know when his rookie is. Oh, yeah, it's a long time ago. Ron Say. Tony Perez, got a bunch of him in my collection. Daryl Porter, I have him. Nobody's really standing out. Vita Blue 82 is okay. All right. I think that's it, guys. So that was fun. I'm going to be getting more of those. Maybe get different years, though. But pulled a couple nice, crisp cards out of here. Like Gary Carter, Pete Rose, Keith Hernandez, Reggie Jackson, Tim Raines. I mean, not bad. All right, that's it for today. I will see you in another video. Living the vintage dad life, baby. Have a good day.